Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support during the Neuro Subathon 2. We are on the final day here, and I wanted to go through the various video games that I tried and put them into some categories based on how much I enjoyed them. Some of the games that I tried I had never played before, and some of the games that I played I had played in the past, but it had been a long while, so I got a little bit of a refresher here. So let's just look at the stuff that I have. Okay, these are the games that I've played. I played Golem, Soul Calibur 6, Warcraft 3 multiplayer, and that's in Reforged, by the way. League of Legends, all right. Heroes of the Storm, Elden Ring, Sekiro, Classic WoW Hardcore, Immortal Gates of Pyre, this is in pre-alpha. Maneater, this is the shark game, Diablo 4, and Retail WoW. So these are the ones that I've tried. I also played a good deal of StarCraft 2. I played Off-Race as well, Terran and Protoss. Played plenty of Zerg. Played a lot of Dota 2. Y'all know that I really like Dota 2 and StarCraft, so we can just say those are a given. So I wanted to put these into categories of loved it, will play again on stream at some point, enjoyed, but probably won't play much, or will not play again. 3 sections here. Let's just go game by game. What did I play on retail? Demon Hunter. I'm gonna go game by game and put them into a category. And you can give your thoughts too about how much you like this game in the chat or in the comments, and also tell me if you would play this game again or kind of where it stands for you. Let's just start from the top here. The Golem game, full disclosure, I did select this one so I could roleplay as Golem playing the Golem game. It was funny content, but it may have been one of the most poorly built video games of all time. So let's just nice and neat, nice and tidy put this here. I already uninstalled it from my computer. Okay, Soul Calibur 6. This game is really fun. The queue times for it are very slow. I would say that's probably the major downside. I've heard the fighting game scene kind of moves with the latest fighting games, so it might be better for me to try Street Fighter 6 if I want to actually play a fighting game. But I did get a controller. That's one of the new things that I got with this subathon. So I'm going to put this in the top tier. This was very fun. I played this kind of to round out a lot of the streams in the evening where I didn't have time for another Dota game, and I wanted to play another game. Mainly I like playing Ivy or 2B, or Killick is another character I like, Maxi as well. Warcraft 3 multiplayer, this was probably the most alarmingly disappointing thing that I did during the subathon for these new games. It was such a broken vessel and husk of what could have been Warcraft 3. Reforged somehow managed to be a garbage tier game whenever Warcraft 3 was such a classic. It's almost a major achievement in like a throw of being in such a good position with great characters and story. The factions are really unique and distinctive and stuff, but it just doesn't run. The menu was super laggy for me, and it was really hard to queue into a game, and when I queued into a game, the loading screen took like sometimes 10 minutes, and then the enemy player would just drop at the start of the game. Warcraft 3 Reforged. The only saving grace for this game was that if you bought Reforged, you got a different console skin to equip in StarCraft 2. That's the only reason that I feel like it was okay for me to buy Reforged. It's so disastrous. I cannot believe it. But at least we know now. That's good. I'm glad that I tested it. Okay, League of Legends. So this is a game that's one of the most popular games in the world. I do play a lot of Dota 2. I've played League of Legends in the past, and there was a lot of hype for some people wanting to see me play League of Legends and see what I liked about it. This basically felt like getting to play 70% of Dota 2, but then it didn't give me anything in addition that Dota 2 did not give me. It just felt like a universally worse game. The launcher and just the way that the the client is set up, it looks like it's, I don't know, like you're launching it from the Blizzard launcher or something, not actually the game League of Legends. But then when you get into a match, something else loads in. So it just seems very finicky and kind of scuffed with how it's built. The art style I don't like as much. The mechanics I don't like as much. The voice acting I don't like as much. It just didn't really give me any improvement over the Dota experience at all. So I'm glad that I tried it. Again, all of these games that I tried, there's a YouTube video made of them. They haven't all been published yet. But League of Legends, I will not play again. Maybe if we do another subathon and people want like a little League of Legends, I could play it for an hour or two, but I have basically zero desire to play that game. Heroes of the Storm, this was the dark horse. I actually didn't expect to like this. I actually expected to like League of Legends more than Heroes of the Storm, but I feel like Heroes of the Storm does better at helping out new players just get into the action and do stuff and feel like they can make an impact with a game that looks better and sounds better. And yeah, I feel like for the casual MOBA, Heroes of the Storm is the better game. I also do have like attachment to the various Blizzard characters, so I like the characters, and we had heaps of hype. There were so many people trying to get into our in-house Heroes of the Storm game. It was hilarious. They were like, Neuro, do you need a 5th? And I was like, fuck no, we have a 17th, but you can wait. It was that hype. People were loving Heroes of the Storm. I thought it was really fun. I was spamming Tyrande. She's very pretty and heals and shoots bow. So that was a good time. I like Heroes of the Storm. I will play that again. Elden Ring? Oops. Elden Ring. How long was that up there? Elden Ring is a very well-built game. It was kind of funny because Elden Ring is like really deep landscapes in terms of the depth of field and how far out you can see, and everything looked really gorgeous. The environments are amazing. The effects are amazing. It's really unique looking and stuff, but it ran fine on my computer. Golem looked like a game from 1997, but it ran like I was trying to run Crysis 1 when that game first came out. So yeah, the coding efficiency of Elden Ring was very good. It was very good. It didn't really push my buttons in terms of gameplay, like where I was really enjoying how the character control worked. I'm a noob at this game too, but I played both Sekiro and Elden Ring, and I think if I'm breaking these two down, I would rank Elden Ring lower than Sekiro. So I'll say I won't play it much. I might play it more. Sekiro would be, of the two games, the one I would absolutely play first. So I'll say love it, we'll play again. I could make progress and maybe do the campaign for Sekiro. The thing about Sekiro is it does a lot of the same parry and dodge mechanics, but it gives you way more movement options because you're pretty much a ninja. So Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, my brother gifted this to me a long time ago, and I never played it until this subathon, but really love this game. Looks really cool. Lots of interesting mystical creatures and stuff. Very similar format because it's the same studio as Elden Ring. I like that one a lot. Classic WoW Hardcore. This is another kind of game that I could play when I'm just chilling and tired. It's fun. They're adding hardcore servers, so I might play more of that whenever that's a thing. Let's just move everything up. I played a Night Elf Druid, leveled it up to 7, and then I dueled Apoptosis at the end. That was pretty fun. Immortal Gates of Pyre. This one is in alpha, so it's not quite the same assessment as these other games. So it's still a work in progress, but they've made heaps of gains in terms of the last time that I saw the game and got to test it. The character models and stuff look really cool. I think it has a lot of potential as a game. This is in a similar phase of development to Stormgate. Immortal Gates of Pyre is also doing a promotional thing the first weekend of August, so I'll probably take part of that and play this game a little bit more, but looks cool. Excited to see where this goes. Maneater. This is a really funny game. It's very simple, so I wouldn't say it really satisfied my mechanical interest in gaming, but it was super funny. So I'm very glad that I streamed this game and got to hang out with my brother a little bit playing this one. But you can flop around on the ground. You kind of level up your shark over time and get stronger and stronger. So it's a funny game. Didn't really hook me too much though. Diablo 4. This one is pretty good. I feel like I might play through the story. This one's like kind of between the love it, will play it again, and enjoyed it but won't play it much. I'll be nice and put it up here. I think I could play through the story with this. I've heard hardcore is really fun for Diablo 4. I was in character as Icky Sticky the whole time, playing as a cutie pie necromancer character. Retail WoW. This one I liked, probably in this category here, where it was fun, but did it improve enough on my enjoyment of classic WoW to the point that I would favor it? No, but it was fun. I do like Demon Hunter as a class. The double jump and glide is really cool, and it looks really pretty. So I like the look of Dragonflight, and I'm glad that I tried this. Shout out to Watch Chris Play for gifting this to me. But this is basically kind of the spread of how the games went for me during the subathon. This one obviously was kind of a gag just for content. This one was a major disappointment, and this one is probably a little bit less enjoyed than I thought it might have been. But I know a lot of people love League of Legends. And then the big surprise enjoyer would be Heroes of the Storm, I think. That was really fun. And there was heaps of community engagement, which I didn't really expect, but a whole bunch of people wanted to get in on the custom games we were hosting for this one. But yeah, this subathon was a really fun road. Got to try a lot of different stuff. I also bought Forza, which is a racing game. I kind of feel like playing a racing game, so I guess I can just put down here new stuff to try that I haven't tried yet. Street Fighter 6, Forza, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a racing game. And then is there anything else that I'm kind of keen to try that I didn't get to? A goal that we didn't reach was Hades, which people said was fun. Neuro would love Hades. I've seen my brother play Hades, but I haven't played it. Genshin Impact. Isn't that a waifu game? Hades is one of the best games of all time. It looks cool. You're waiting for Forza like no tomorrow. I'm down to play that sometime. If you'd be willing to give an older game a try, you would recommend Age of Wonders 2002. Oh, that's very old. Summoning elementals and dragons, the campaign is quite challenging. It's the best waifu game. Aren't those waifu games like really grindy though, or you just like do simple missions over and over again and unlock stuff? If you don't get around to Baldur's Gate 3, oh yeah. Yeah, that one looks really cool. I do like D&D quite a lot, and Baldur's Gate is just directly in that universe. Don't play Forza, wait until Fibza. Was it Forza or Forza Horizon? I think it's Forza Horizon. I don't know the full name. I'm just guessing here. It's a gacha game where you can only do a few things a day between events. Genshin is mostly story. If you want combat, you have to level for a while. Nice. Well, it was really cool to get to do a bunch of different variety with the subathon. I do tend to get set in my ways of spamming Zerg and spamming Dota all the time. So if there are any other games that you would highly recommend and you think I would enjoy, I'm open to it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go for it just because you say it, but I am open to suggestions. I did try out a bunch of stuff at people's recommendations here of all of the stuff on the list, Heroes of the Storm was requested by chat. Sekiro was my brother's gift he gave to me. Classic WoW Hardcore, lots of people had asked me about in chat, but I had never done it until the subathon. Immortal Gates of Pyre was kind of my own initiative of wanting to check in with them and see how their game was doing. Diablo 4, Jig gifted to me. Thank you, Jig. And I hadn't played that until the subathon. Elden Ring, my brother gifted to me like a year and a half ago or something. Maneater, I bought because my brother said it was funny. Retail WoW was gifted by Watch Chris Play. The Golem game I purchased of my own stupidity. Warcraft 3 Reforged. Someone requested that I try multiplayer, and I had no idea how broken their ladder was. League of Legends, a lot of people have asked about over time, and I wanted to just get a video out that kind of shows my take on it, because a lot of people ask me about my opinion of the difference between Dota and League of Legends. And now I have the triple reference of Dota, League, and Heroes of the Storm. I guess the only other major MOBA that I haven't really assessed is Smite. And then there's that Pokemon game too. How would you compare the game feel of Immortal versus Stormgate? So, the game feel, like the mechanics of it, it handles pretty different. They're making some very major design choice differences between the games. So they feel very, very different. When are we doing the Dota date with Trisha? We haven't set a date yet, but any of the goals that we've met through the subathon that I have not done during the subathon while it's live, I will still do after. So it's on my to-do list. Any interest in turn-based strategy? Yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3, I'm down to try. Chat saying BattleBit would be fun. Never tried that. I've heard Mechabellum is fun too. You don't think Try Out Genshin works well for a subathon just because it takes too long to get somewhere? Into the Breach, never tried that. RimWorld, I've seen people play it, but I haven't played it. Have I tried They Are Billions? No. Divinity, Original Sin 2, have not tried that. Mechabellum, that one sounded kind of fun. Okay. You're gonna love StarCraft 2. The original Baldur's Gate is still a good time too, if you can deal with the isometric style. Yeah, one of the things that is an interesting aspect of recommending very old games is for a lot of people, if you played that game back when it was new, it gives you like a bunch of nostalgia enjoyment that a new player won't get. And that was basically my experience with trying out Brood War during the last subathon. So many people are like, Brood War is the best game ever. It's just the best RTS. StarCraft 2 doesn't even come close to it. And I played Brood War, and it was so mechanically clunky and painful. It's like, man, that is a lot of nostalgia that you are riding on to enjoy this game. Jokes aside, I respect the mechanical difficulty of Brood War, but it is clearly less fun for me to have Zerg units that don't do what I tell them to do. I do not have a game console. I only have a PC. If you like roguelike class-based FPS, Gunfire Reborn. I don't play any roguelike games. But yeah, this is my overall take on the stuff that I did during the subathon. Thank you all for your amazing support. I had no idea how well this subathon was going to do compared to the previous one, because it's only my second one, and I wasn't sure if it would be more hype, less hype, about the same, and we exceeded the previous subathon. The last one went to 19 days. And this one is in day 21 now. We have made it to the final day. Thank you so much, and feel free to leave a scathing review if you disagree with my opinions on which games are the most fun that I tried. Thank you all, and I will see you on the next adventures and through all the YouTube videos that we have made while we tested out these glorious video games. Cheers.